Culture! Womp womp! Good.
Let it pass. Match. Ooh, yeah. Sweet. Look at me. Me. The faster the better. Push it out.
Womp womp.
Ring. Good stuff. Let's go. Balance. Yeah. For science. Light.
Womp womp.
Strong. Take a peek. What's there? Spot on. Let's fly. Activate one. Watch out. Line up. My turn. Steep. Ooh, that. Yeah, that. So cool. Hi. Get moving. Yes, that's it. Let it pass. Game time! I'm fired up! Match!
Womp womp. Womp womp.
Let's go! Time it! Sweet! Nifty! Get 3 on! Oh, me! Why not? Build it! For science! The faster the better! Push it out!
Womp womp.
Light! Yeah!
Ow! Womp womp.